Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the United Gamedom podcast, the monthly podcast that myself and other people do nowadays, and seems to be the case for most other ones I listen to nowadays, like community ones anyway. This is episode 59, and we're one away from the 6-0, the Diamond anniversary, pretty much. I'm not alone this week, of course, because if I was alone this week, this would be a very boring podcast.
Very Dark Souls podcast.
Yeah, I'd go on a solo one all the time. And of course, you heard him already there, just there. I'm just with one other person this time round, and it is, of course, Dennis. Hello, Dennis. How you doing this weekend? Near the end of March now. Another month's flown by.
Yeah. Well, pretty good. Supposed to be spring, but it's still snowing. We had another winter storm last night, so still going. We're March 29th now, or 30th? Oh God, yeah. So, I'm almost in April, and we're still getting snow, and it's still not springtime temperatures outside. It's still in the minus, -2s, -3s, and stuff like that. So, kind of want this to end. I kind of want my spring to arrive. Better weather and more sun and stuff. So
Especially in the east coast of America, though, because they had a shit fucking winter.
yeah, pretty much all of the east coast of North America. We pretty much got destroyed this year. So kind of anticipating spring. Kind of tired of this weather. So
Yeah, east coast had all fucking blizzard storms and fucking all, and some people's houses and all
Yep.
that were ruined. And what does West Coast get? A couple of earthquakes.
Yep. They had an earthquake, I think, last night or the night prior.
Yeah, I think it was just a few days ago in Los Angeles, apparently.
But they keep.
I don't think it was like a huge one now, but it was still a earthquake nonetheless.
Yeah, if it's a small earthquake, I think I'd prefer earthquakes over snow. But I don't mean like 7 or 8 on the Richter scale, but like 2 or 3 or 4. That's not too bad. So
Yeah. That's dead on, yeah.
Yeah.
But we never get earthquakes here anyway. I think it was one in like England or something a few years ago, but that was it though. But it's like we don't get them on a regular base occurrence like America does, which is I'm fine by me. We don't get just to say the worst we get over here is floods in the UK.
But you're
That's
pretty much midland, so I don't think you'd get too many earthquakes if you're in midland, unless you're next to a volcano or something. So that's different. But yeah,
Well, the volcano happened in Iceland, erupted in Iceland a few years back. Kind of did cause a lot of stuff though, because there was the fog and the like shards and that in the air, and it affected a lot of flights a few years back there.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
So it did. That just basically caused a lot of disruptions for people going on flights to holidays and like that there, and probably going to America and that, and couldn't do anything because it was like
Grounded.
dangerous, grounding, dangerous to fly, just in case like these like things from like the ashes or something coming from the volcano
Yeah.
flumes or whatever it was might damage the thing. But I was like 2010 now anyway, so.
Yeah, at least no flights were lost like that 751 flight that still hasn't been.
750 was it?
Is it 50 or 51?
Oh, it's 370 or something. I should know though, because it's been on like whenever Why Not News at work. That's pretty much kind of one of the usual headlines. Is like, and it's just like that's just weird that happened though. Like you never expect something like that. It just disappeared off the face of the earth, and apparently it fell somewhere in the Indian Ocean, and just they're pretty much searching for like debris now, and searching for its remains pretty much. It's probably in the bottom of the ocean now, for all we know.
It's really crazy that they had no clue or anything, no transmissions, the black box or whatever. Never found anything.
Yeah,
so
a lot of people had sort of several, theories, whereas like could be some sort of paranormal one with Bermuda Triangle or
aliens
might just lost power. Yeah, abduction or like terrorist hijack though, which is like if it was a terrorist thing one, then chances are someone would have said, "Yeah, we did this here."
Yeah, someone
Because
would have claimed
yeah,
the attack. So.
because it pretty much that was the case with 9/11 and that
Mhm.
there. Once that happened, and pretty much the Al Qaeda and all that, they say, "Yep, we did it. We're the ones who
Yeah.
done this
Exactly.
plan and caused something a very dark day in American history,
Yep.
in world history, in fact,
Yeah,
actually."
pretty much the world. Yeah.
So anyway, enough about that. The weather and the light. This is a gaming podcast after
Yep.
all, not the weather podcast. We always talk about weather to start things off. I don't know why.
That's a
We're
small
very
conversation.
dull that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting last month though. We just were in March there, which was pretty much a kind of action-packed month in gaming. So it
Yeah,
was
pretty much.
I think pretty much every week in March had a big game in release.
Yep.
And then, of course, we're going into April, which is, for most
Dead.
people, a barren wasteland.
Pretty much dead.
Like, is there anything coming out in April that you want to get?
The only thing that I can see, unless there's surprises down the line, because sometimes there are surprises that pop up somewhere. But the only thing I'm actually interested in is Trials Fusion. That's pretty much it. That's the only thing in April. No MLB. I'm gonna wait for the PS4 version down the line when it comes out in the beginning of May. So gonna wait. But May's gonna be pretty busy though. April's dead. May's gonna be there.
Yeah. April usually is kind of like a month that's not necessarily packed with, like, sometimes there's usually a game or two that comes out, and other times it's just like dead, and it seems like there's a few, I think, but like the only games I'm interested in getting are like downloadable games. I don't think there's actually a retail game last time I checked that I'm interested in. Like, I'm gonna get Shovel Knight, and I'm gonna get Child of Light, and I might get Trials Fusion. I don't know. I didn't really play a whole lot of Trials Evolution now. Like, I played like a bit of the campaign. I played like a chunk of multiplayer with yourself and that, but that was pretty much it. It just got too annoying and hard.
Yeah, it is, but I really like that game. It can be fun.
It's a very good game now. And don't get me wrong, but the fact is, it's one of those games you pretty much have to be perfectionist at if you want to get the gold medals. Like, if you just screw up like one shot towards the end, you just lost. Like, oh man, I have to do this all over again because in order to get gold medals in that game, you pretty much can't. You have to be faultless, and of course be under the time limit as well. Because if you do, like, I've got 2 faults and I've done the time limit under the go, but nope, you only get silver because you have to be faultless.
Yeah.
So screw you rednecks for that shit. News. There's some news as well. What do you think of this whole Facebook ban Oculus Rift?
Oh yeah, that's right. That people have been going nuts about that. I don't know.
That happened last week there now, and Twitter kind of blew up with the people I follow, going, "What the fuck?" Because if you know, Oculus Rift is just going to be this sort of, VR technology that's been going around, developers, and it's been sort of on the rise over the last year or so now. It's still not properly out, it's still in sort of development now, but there's been dev kits and like coming out, and it's been shown off from a bunch of people though. I know Patrick Klepek did some videos off it there last year, and like there's been probably loads of other videos as well. And also, it was a few weeks ago at GDC that Sony showed off their VR headset, their technology entitled Project Morpheus. So, what's the next one going to be? Project Neo, Project Trinity? They're going to have the Matrix, the Project Matrix then, are they? And Project Agent Smith. And they showed that there now, but then it came out this week that Facebook, that big ass and that little known company that's worth endless amount of money, bought Oculus Rift for $2 billion.
Yep.
So that I think it was cash. like cash and shares or something. I think it was the way they bought them or something along those lines. I don't know exactly it though, but I'm not a financial analyst now, and I'm not one of those smart ass people
You're
out
not a
there who
Michael,
know exactly.
what's his name? Michael
I'm not a
Pachter.
Michael
Yeah.
Pachter. I'm not I'm not an analyst now or anything like that now. I'm not in the financial business. And there's people thought that there's some people out there think this is a very interesting move. Some people don't think it's as bad as what some people claim it to be, and some people are absolutely outraged. Like, what the fuck? Facebook have bought this now. What are we going to get now? Fuck with just Farmville and shitty ass Facebook games now done this way, or what's the deal?
Yeah, well, people fail to comprehend that, uh, Zuckerberg built his, empire. He was a kid when he first started, and he built Facebook into what it is today. Yeah, some people might not love Facebook. Some people don't particularly enjoy what Facebook does and what it represents and all that. And the games, like you said, Farmville and whatever. But I think it's a good thing because they have now Oculus have a whole lot of money to back them up, so they can do stuff that they probably couldn't have done by themselves or without the financial backup that Facebook and Zuckerberg can give them. So I think it's a good thing. But as you said, that picture from The Simpsons has been going around. I don't know if you've seen it, like Farmville, with the whole.
Yes, I know I seen someone tweet about it though. They put like Farmville on the thing and then showed like the kids with the shears and the VR headset.
Mhm.
The sad thing is, I actually think I know what the episode that's from. I think it's the one where Bart befriends Ralph Wiggum. I think it's that episode
Mhm.
now. I forget what the episode's called, but
Yeah, I think they go to
seen
the
that,
science fair and there's that. I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's like some sort of fur or something. Yeah.
But
So
I'm saying just give the runner a chance. Give him a chance to show what they can do. Before saying, "Oh my God, Facebook," like freaking out or everything. So just give them a chance. Just see what's gonna happen. If they make Farmville in virtual reality, well, don't.
they're not going to do
Of course
that now.
not,
Like
no.
I'm sure they're not going to do that because that won't work out. But we'll just have to wait. They're not going to end up doing a Disney now, are they? Where Disney bought Lucasfilms and not their LucasArts and just pretty much killed LucasArts.
Well, Disney bought Marvel, they bought Lucas, they bought, so.
Yeah, but like they haven't killed Marvel now, have they?
No, they haven't killed Marvel, but I mean, they killed LucasArts because, I mean, I think they weren't making any money.
Yeah, but that's the fact that like LucasArts was like kind of going nowhere anyway.
Yeah.
To be honest, though,
Exactly.
like they had showed signs of promise with Star Wars 1313 and that there,
Mhm.
but eventually that just got canned because of the closure.
Yeah, that kind of pissed me off. I kind of wanted to see that game. It looked really
I think
cool.
I was sort of like a lot of people I think were looking forward to that game. I was like the last shining hope for LucasArts when that game was revealed last year at E3, but no,
I mean,
just never saw the light of day.
people need to stop living in the past. We could probably talk about irrational games also, but I mean, people need to stop living in the past. If companies not making any money, I mean, why keep it alive just because it's LucasArts and what they represent? Yeah, they made great games, but they weren't doing anything anymore. So, why keep a company alive that's not doing anything?
Yeah, unless like the fact is we talked about this before, but the last few years of LucasArts they weren't necessarily have the greatest games
No.
out. Like the Force Unleashed now they weren't necessarily the best, the widely acclaimed games now. Like some people don't think those games are that great.
Force Unleashed 2
Like
was
I like the
horrible.
first one. I like the first
Yeah.
one. The second one though, really short.
Oh my God, I think I replayed those games maybe last year. I think I replayed those games, and Force Unleashed 2 is what, maybe 4 hours, if even
Yeah.
that.
And it's like what 4 locations or something, and you pretty much go back to the first location in the
Yeah.
game.
And it's pretty boring. is pretty crap. Force Unleashed 1 was
And
really good, but 2 was
and it has that fucking completely pointless Dagobah section
yeah,
just to have
exactly.
Yoda
Yeah,
in it. Lasts all of fucking like 30 seconds to a
just to
minute.
make a bridge with the what was going on in Star Wars and all that. So I think that's ridiculous. But nonetheless, I mean, I'm gonna give Facebook a chance with Oculus. We'll see what they do. Probably come out with something absolutely mind-blowing, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, we knew it. We knew it. They would do something great. We knew it." Yeah, right.
Yeah, jumping on the bandwagon.
Hmm.
Like, just like, yeah, I'm just very interested to see what they do anyway. Like, are you like interested, like, say, like, whenever it comes out a year from now, whatever, would you like personally go out and buy like, Sony VR headset or an Oculus Rift headset? Would you do?
I don't know. I would have to try it out because if you put that on your head and you take it off and you want to throw up, it's not something that you really want to buy. If it's disorienting and you don't feel great. I watched like the talks like on Giant Bomb, the GDC thing they did, and everybody
Right.
was talking about that. Everybody put their 2 cents in. Some people said it was great, and other people were like, "Oh, it's a little nauseating." It's not. You don't feel that comfortable and stuff like that. So
Yeah, but I think that's one of the things they're trying to do is not try to cause like a lot of motion sickness now, because I know there's some people out there they can't play games for very long though, like especially first person shooters because they suffer from motion sickness.
hmm
So they do, and I don't know, some people might not try this here. Like I like to try it out and see anyway. Like I don't know if I'll go out and buy one at the moment. Like I'd like to test it
Yeah,
first before
exactly. Yeah.
actually, take the plunge. Because I find it very interesting. It'd be very cool. Like remember, like the early days of VR, like in the
Oh yeah.
'90s, and the fucking stuff like the Lawnmower Man and VR headsets with the fucking whole polygonal graphics though just really looked really
hmm
crappy, and by today's standards. And of course, like Nintendo tried their thing with the Virtual Boy, which was a failure.
hmm Well, I don't
And
know how that's gonna. I mean, it's gonna be expensive. I should think it won't be cheap. Those things should be what $500, $600 probably, maybe more than that. So
I don't think, yeah, if it's anything more than a certain price, like maybe 500, like I don't think people are going to go out and buy them though. Like only the truly, really hardcore guys are going to get into that stuff.
hmm
And of course, if you're planning to get Oculus, you're going to have going to have a very beefy PC in order to run it, because like they said, it's basically running two different images.
yeah, exactly. So
So you pretty much have to have a PC, very good PC, in order
yeah,
to run that in 1080p, 60 frames per second at a good quality.
you need a monster machine to run that. So
Yeah,
I don't think.
and that mine wouldn't definitely, like I'll have to upgrade mine big time if I have to,
hmm
if I have any plans to get Oculus. So like I might get the Sony VR thing because it's pretty much would be for the
Yeah.
PS4. But is there going to be any games to sort of take advantage of that in the foreseeable
hmm
future? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I know. But I think, I mean, pretty much everybody would have to upgrade their PC because even me and you, we have pretty great PCs, and if that stuff comes out on PC, we're gonna have to upgrade a whole lot for it to work. So
Hmm.
that's another a couple of bucks spent in that direction. So it costs really, it's gonna cost a lot to do that. I think it's gonna be expensive. So
Yeah, and it might end up not being worth it
yeah,
either. It's like it cost me so much to upgrade my PC just to try this thing out, and I hate it. And it's like I just wasted all that money for nothing.
yeah, exactly. So are you ready to, pay that amount of money to play, or you know, or you're not?
Like I said, I like to try it out
hmm
first before and see if it's something for me now, because I know a lot of people. I know some people out there who are quite curious about it or interested and see what it's all about, and there's other ones that just like completely not interested whatsoever.
No.
And like I'm not dissing them whatsoever though. Like it's basically side of things. Like some people are interested, and some people are not.
Exactly. So I don't know. For now, I'm not interested at all. I don't really care that much. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens. But for now, I'm not interested. But I wish them luck. I hope it works out for them to cooperate with Facebook, I guess. See what happens with that.
Yeah, it's not gonna make me start using Facebook.
No. Yeah.
Because I never use Facebook.
Yeah, you're never on there.
Like I said, the only reason I signed up for Facebook in the first place was because of you and Derek. Saying
Oh yeah, we had
basically
the
badgering me on because of the whole United Gamedom thing, and that was like the only reason why I signed up for. And like I don't really. I just go on it for like maybe once every couple of weeks.
Mhm.
That's it. I just don't care about Facebook, to be honest. Never did. And like I might just end up, closing my account because I know you can do that now.
Yeah, you can close your account. Yeah.
Which I might just do though because like I just can't care.
Mhm.
That's just never Facebook never fascinated me though. Like there's people on Facebook don't care about Twitter. There's people on Twitter don't care about Facebook.
Yep. Pretty much. That's how it goes, I guess.
Like which one do you prefer now, Facebook or
Well,
Twitter?
I'll very honestly, I prefer Facebook because I have more family, more contacts on Facebook that I can communicate with than on Twitter. Like my family does not use Twitter at all. I have maybe one or two cousins that do, but it's pretty much it. I have you and Derek on Facebook. I have a couple of other friends that I talk to, like James Logan and Art, and other people like that. So, I mean, Twitter, I I go on there to see what's up and what's going on, but like I rarely post on there. I don't really pay that much attention to it anymore, but sometimes I'll just go and check what's up, but I prefer Facebook more than Twitter, I would say.
Yeah, I'm the opposite though. Like pretty much everyone, like most of my relatives and out there use Facebook to post pictures and like do all that stuff, but like I'm just not interested though.
Hmm.
Just never was part. Just never really liked Facebook. Just don't know why. Just something about it. It's not. There's nothing. I just don't really have a valid reason. I just something about it. Just a certain je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, it's more. You're more of a Twitter type, but at least nobody's using Google Plus, so that's good.
People still use Google Plus?
I actually have an account on. Well, I think you need to have an account, right? Now with the whole thing
Yeah, that's
of
the thing. You
YouTube
need
and
YouTube and all that there, and YouTube just getting fucking worse as well.
Oh yeah,
With stuff
I agree.
like when sometimes I log in, it doesn't even log into my actual YouTube. It just logs into my sort of Google account, and I have to click on the thing to log into my actual YouTube account, like my Dow85 thing, to see my subscriptions and that there.
It's like which account you want to use. Well, jeez.
Yeah, which fucking 150 want to use? It's really getting on my nerves though.
Yeah.
Like some people just can't be arsed with Google YouTube anymore just because how different it is back to when it was. Like I honestly prefer YouTube what it was like years and years ago. Like I signed up there like July 2006.
Yeah.
That's when I signed up though for an account though, but I never did start doing videos there till like '09, and like I don't even do videos there anymore regularly. I just pretty much do them once in a blue moon, just because I just don't really care, to be honest. It's not like I'm getting 50 million views now though.
Yeah.
I'm not like PewDiePie though. Like I'm barely getting double digits for the most part. It's like, what's the point? I know I don't do the best videos though, but like, what's the point of doing them when I get no comments or nothing?
I haven't posted a video on there in a while. I haven't done any live streams or broadcasting there in a while. So I don't know. It just doesn't. I just I don't. I go on YouTube to watch a couple of videos, of course, but
Yeah, that's what I do. I just watch stuff though, but like just watch some people just subscriptions, but that's really it though. Like I prefer that side of things rather than just like, hey, just do a video here.
Yeah. So I don't really do that at all anymore.
Like when did you actually sign up though for YouTube?
For
Do you
YouTube, wow, it was
remember?
a while back. I can't remember exactly when. It was back in the GameSpot days when the video uploader wouldn't work. I would post my D-Boy Dens on YouTube back in the day
That's right.
when it wouldn't work. So that's a long time ago. It's probably what 2000.
Yeah, back in GameSpot's broken ass site
Hmm.
back then, because there was definitely a few occasions that was the
Oh yeah,
case.
you couldn't upload your videos or your blogs would disappear, and it was pretty broken back in the day.
You couldn't put in classic or style in your blogs because it flipping effed up your thing. Was like, oh,
Yeah.
this was associated with some HTML coding or whatever. It's like, really? You have to put like C space L space A space S space
Hmm.
in order to flipping put classic in right or style or whatever. It's just really effing
Or put
stupid. So
style with a one or a dollar sign, or stuff
yeah,
like that. It was pretty dumb. But that was those were I guess the good days of GameSpot for us anyway. Now I rarely go on that site, so I rarely visit.
I go on it now, but like not too like like back then
Yeah.
we were on it. Pretty much, I was on it for loads of times, reading people's blogs, watching videos, and I like though back in '06. Like I signed up in '06 now, January '06 when I was in university,
Hmm.
and then watching on the spot and listening to the hotspot, which was my very first podcast I ever listened to.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of around that time when podcasts was just sort of starting out
Yep.
as well. And that's kind of like that was my first one, and listened to it up to the point where Jeff got fired, and the last one I ever listened to, pretty much when it was up, was the one after he got fired, and that was it. Never
Hmm.
sort of listened to it pretty much really again after that.
Then I'm gonna go less and less on GameSpot now that Feedbackula is over. There's no more Feedbackula. So.
Yeah, Feedback is gone, and the other one, Waiting Game's gone as well.
Hmm.
Like that's pretty much gone. There's not really a whole lot else. I don't what like the lobby there is like all right, I guess, but nothing. Like I just don't really care. Like I like Danny O'Dwyer now, but I just don't know. I don't like. There's very few of those ones I actually like. There's a few of them I like though,
Hmm.
but for the most
The
part,
lobby is like on the
like I like.
spot pretty much. So
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But it's just not as entertaining to me.
yeah, they don't have the same characters if you wish like they had back in the day like Jeff and Ryan and Alex and they don't have those types of characters like you don't see Carolyn or Kevin or guys like that doing stuff like that. Pretty much it's only Danny and a couple of others maybe. So
Yeah, like I don't mind. Like I like Johnny. I like Kevin out there. I like like I don't mind Chris though. But for the most part, it's pretty much all. Like I don't mind all the other some of the other ones though. But that's pretty much all the ones I say. Yeah, I like these guys.
mhm.
That's pretty much it, unfortunately.
Oh well.
But yeah, that's it. The good those show as well. Like GameSpot though, like. If you watch their streams though, and watch like Jam Bomb streams, like sometimes you see like Jam Bomb usually gets maybe a couple of thousand sometimes for their
Mhm.
streams, and you go to GameSpot, they usually get maybe several hundred, and sometimes might get up to 1,000
Mhm.
for some of their streams. So you kind of know what some people prefer,
Yeah.
even though like, sometimes I find some of the live streams that Jam Bomb do to be really fucking boring,
Yeah.
like the unprofessional fighters. I find them boring to be in the most part. But anyway, enough of that tangent now from Facebook on to flipping
GameSpot.
reliving the good old days for the umpteenth
Yeah.
time. We've played some games, of course, over the last month or so. Basically gonna say now that I I've played Dark Souls 2. I'm going to talk about it for a bit, not now, but I will talk about it. But I'm not going to talk about it for 30 minutes because I'm planning to do a Dark Souls 2 podcast with Derek, who is not here because it is his birthday today. Happy birthday,
Yeah,
Derek.
happy birthday.
That's why he's not here. And we'll be doing one. I'll be doing one with him. Hopefully next week or the week after or something. He hasn't even finished it yet because he's stuck on the ancient dragon. He can't beat him. He gets killed in 30 seconds by the fire of the ancient dragon, and hopefully he beats him because I want to do it sooner rather than later. I finished the game, so I have. So okay, and but you've been playing a fair amount of games now, haven't you, Dennis?
I've been playing a couple. Yeah, now I'm trying to rack my mind to figure out what I've been playing exactly. I played some South Park: The Stick of Truth. I think you've played that too.
Yes, that game came out, I think, a week or so after we did the last podcast. And, yeah, that game got, for the most part, pretty good reviews. A lot of people quite like that game.
Yeah, it's pretty... Well, I finished it. And I really, really, really enjoyed the game a whole lot. Like, it's not a difficult game, by all means. You know, it's like I guess, some people would say RPG for kids, RPG for babies, or something like that, but it's the South Park humor, the same. You see pretty much every character from the South Park universe in there, and all the situations and everything. So, I haven't watched South Park in a long, long time. Like, I know pretty much who is who, and like who's the important characters in the television show and all that. But yeah, I hadn't watched that in a long time, but I really enjoyed the game. Nonetheless, I thought it was pretty good. Thought it was a really, really good game, really good RPG. It's not a deep RPG by all means, but it's still
No,
great.
it's not.
It's still great. The whole interactions with the characters and all that. See the powers that they possess. The powers of farting, and I guess your hidden power is fart. So your special power, I guess you would say, is farting. So farting on people, farting on. Actually, when I played, I spent maybe a half an hour going around town and farting on people. So that's the only thing I was doing for maybe a half an hour. Just hearing Butters laugh all the time was great. So yeah, it's a really good game. I really enjoyed it. How far along are you in the game?
I actually forget now because it's been a few weeks since I played it because unfortunately it had to come out the week before Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't actually planning getting it when but then I just decided, you know what, because I finished another game though, and I decided, you know what, I'll just play this here for a bit until Dark Souls comes, just to sort of something to tie me over until then, and then it came, and I haven't touched it since Dark Souls 2 came. I haven't touched it. I know I got the farting power now, like the dragon shout. I got it now. I got the three guys, like the Tweak and Token and that there. I have to get I forget who it is. I have to bust him out of detention or something. It is.
Oh yeah, it's
Craig, is it? Yeah, I have to get that's what I have to do at the moment.
Okay, so
I have to go to school and bust him out of detention. I think
you're not very far along then.
No, because I spent the good just go exploring. Pretty much that's what I did. Just go around, searching all the houses, searching all the fucking junk you get. And, fighting, the battles and all that there. And that's pretty much I did like some side quests and that.
Unlocked all the fast travel Timmy things. The fast travel thing.
Yeah, I don't think I've got them all now.
No?
I think I've got all but one.
Okay. Yeah, because one is in the enemy camp, like in Cal's backyard. So.
Yeah, that must be the one I haven't got to yet. Because I've gotten all of the other ones now. And talking as I said, it's been a while doing that there. And I like the game though. It's just pretty much playing a South Park game.
South Park episode, yeah. pretty much.
Yeah, because it just pretty much looks exactly like South Park
Yep.
though, and I'm sure a lot of people are so glad to actually finally have a South Park game that's actually
Good.
worth
Yeah.
playing. Like I know people actually enjoyed that Tower Defense game that was released on Xbox Live Arcade a few years
Mhm.
ago. But like I played the trial of it, I think I was like, yeah, it's alright, but I'm not really a fan of tower defense games,
Yeah.
so it's not for me. Then there was that other one was Tenement's Revenge or something,
Mhm.
the like action platformer game or something, whatever it was. I heard it was crap, and yeah, but finally this is one that people say, yep, this is great now. This is great. It has a great humor because it's written by, of course, the creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and
Mhm.
it just pretty much looks like a South Park episode, and going around attacking with your various powers, and throwing poop at them
Yeah.
and making them gross out and all that. There, it's definitely has that South Park humor. And I watch more like some of the sort of more kind of recent episodes for the last few years now, but I don't watch it now like on a regular
Mhm.
basis. But I remember watching it when it first came on here in Channel 4.
Yeah, that's
I
when
remember laughing my ass off though at the first episode
Yeah.
with Mrs. Crabtree and that there in the bus and
Yeah.
that there. And I remember seeing the film for the first time.
Yep.
And just laughing my ass off with the fucking part of Eric and Mr. Garrison.
Yeah.
That movie is worth my bread. Like he's going. I guys are fuck. How'd you like to go to the principal's office? How'd you like to suck my balls? What did you say? I'm sorry. I said, how'd you like to suck my balls? Music game. I was crying laughing at that.
That's when he grabs the megaphone and he.
Yeah, the megaphone. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty good movie. I saw that in the theaters and really, really great. But yeah, the game
Yeah.
pretty much brings the whole humor and everything back into the game, into it, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm not the biggest South Park fan in the world, but I enjoyed it. There's some parts are really like disgusting, maybe a little over the top, but
Yeah, I heard there's a few parts now that are pretty much that went there. Like I know about the abortion mini game and things like that now.
Yep.
But and I think there's a part with a dwarf as well, a gnome I believe I heard as well, but don't I heard it's pretty ridiculous or something.
Yeah, there's a part where you fight some gnomes, but it's during something, but I won't spoil it. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
something happens.
I just heard something about gnomes
Yeah.
or something, or some part about concerning gnomes. It's pretty ridiculous.
But yeah, the customization is really great. Like the whole customization at the beginning of the game. Like there's a whole lot of stuff. You can make pretty much any South Park character you want from that customization. But as you go along in the game, you unlock a whole lot of stuff,
Yeah, that's the cool thing as well. Like all these like beards and that there,
mustaches and stuff.
and these cool costumes and that there.
Yeah.
My guy looks ridiculous at the moment. Like he has a beard on him or something. He's like a fucking kid.
Yeah. I have the Genghis Khan beard. I had pretty much the entire time the Genghis Khan beard, and some shades and stuff like that. It's really crazy. You can really do pretty much anything you want in that game. It's great. I hope they do some more. I know it took them a while to release this one, but it would be cool.
Yeah, because it has some troubles with THQ now when they were developing in collaboration with THQ, and then of course THQ went under, and of course the game was kind of on hiatus, and then Ubisoft bought them, and it was supposed to come out. It was pretty much supposed to come out a year ago this
Yep.
month. So it was originally, but then it got pushed back, and then it was on hiatus, and then it supposed to come out in the end of December, got delayed again till March, and then it finally
out.
got released a year after it was originally intended
Yep.
to.
Pretty much. But yeah, it's worth it. It's really I bought it full price and really enjoyed it. It's a really good game. Highly recommended to everybody.
Especially but more if you're a fan of.
Oh yeah,
South Park.
especially if you're a
Because
fan.
if you seen very little of South Park, this is not gonna be for you.
No, if you don't know like who Cartman is and how he is and everything, everybody's attitude and stuff like that, I don't think it'll be the game for you. Because
Nah.
as an RPG, it's not that fantastic. It's functional, but it's not like Skyrim or
If you're not fussed on RPGs being complex and with depth, though, this is pretty much perfect for you because you don't really have all that stuff. It's not all about stats and loots and all that stuff, though. Like you see in other RPGs, it's pretty much a very basic RPG. It's just RPG in the flippin' lightest sense of the term, pretty much.
And I was playing on normal, and I think I died like twice because I wasn't paying attention or something. So it's not really hard.
I played hard. I'm playing on hardcore at the moment,
Okay.
though, and I think I died like once thus
Mhm.
far because it was just like ridiculous, though. But it's not that difficult because the thing is, your health and all that stuff just gets regenerated after each battle.
Yeah, exactly.
As well.
So if you make it through the battle, you're all right, and you can.
It was just Butters. Butters kept fucking dying on me though because they kept fucking going on him for the most part, and he just dies easily.
It does say it in his character description that the bad guys are going to go for him first because he's sort of a pushover
Right.
and.
Oh, I never saw that.
Okay.
I never read that. So that's part of the reason why he's like, yeah. Why he's not facing me?
Yeah.
You kept going after him. I was like, yeah, that's part of the reason why.
Because if you take somebody else with you, they'll attack you and the other person more. But if you have Butters, it's pretty much all Butters. They attack all the time. So.
Well, if I think I've got, was it Princess Kenny now?
Yeah, Princess Kenny. Yeah. It's pretty. When he asks him, and this is Princess Kenny. Don't ask us why. He's just rolling like this for now, or something like that.
Dude, that's his way. He just likes to dress up or something. I forget.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really funny, really good.
Yeah, I've laughed in several parts thus far though, so it's gotten chuckles out of me anyway. So that's a plus in my book.
And it gets really crazy towards the end. So
yeah, I know you go to Canada.
yeah, you go to Canada, which is really cool.
Cause you mentioned it a while back as well when you were playing it.
Yeah, you go to Canada, which is all in 8-bit. It's all 8-bit, 16-bit gameplay with 16-bit music and all that. So, and of course, who do you meet in Canada? Well, I think you have a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really good game. I hope they.
Yeah, I plan to go back to it after. I'll probably go back to it this week. Since like I've done with Dark Souls 2, and then want to get something else to play again. And because it's not a long game as well. Like it's an RPG, and yeah, it's an RPG that only lasts about 10 to 12 hours or so. 10 to 15 hours at most, anyway. So you're not really going to get it's not one of those 30, 40, 50 plus hour epics now, because I don't think they were going with that there, because I don't think the humor of this would have lasted 40, 50 hours now.
No.
It would have got to the point where it would have just been really boring though, and same stuff were happening. So it's just basically a perfect length for most people.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's not.
A lot of people don't.
It's not Skyrim length or stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Because that's like a lot. Yeah, because a lot of people are not gonna go out of their way and just play 50 hours now, because a lot of people don't play RPGs that might play for a few hours and then just get go on to something else because it's too long.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Other stuff we've been playing together is Splinter Cell Conviction, and I've been playing by myself also.
Well,
Blacklist, sorry. Not Conviction, that's a freaking old game.
That was the previous one.
Blacklist, we've been playing some co-op together a little bit until you had some problems with your ISP.
No, ISP, yeah, because I couldn't play it though. It was like a few weeks ago, we were trying to play it, and I couldn't log on to it for some reason. and I assumed it was something on my end. I thought it was. I assumed it I don't know if it was. I thought it was something on my end, but eventually it didn't turn out to be the case.
Hmm.
Because I went on the Ubisoft Uplay forums and said, nope, it's something to do with the ISP or something, and we're trying to take care of it now. And some users might be, you know, may be affected with this here, and not for you can't log in properly, and
Yep.
therefore like it takes forever to log in, but it's not actually logging in for you properly, and therefore you can't play online. And that was the case with me, and I couldn't play, and I was pissed off with that because I wanted to play it with you and I couldn't.
Yeah, that.
But I think it's sorted out now. So it is. So it was last week I think. So
Okay.
whenever you're up for playing it again, hopefully you can log in and doesn't end up and breaking again.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I quite enjoy it. So it's very enjoyable playing co-op though, and the various missions you have. Like there's the grim missions I think is the ones you pretty much can't go. You have to don't get caught whatsoever.
Yeah, you have to be stealth on it the entire time.
Yeah, and then there's the other ones which is like, you can like get caught though, but trying to take out enemies is kind of tough sometimes.
Yeah, if you get caught, there's like 10 or 15 enemies that come.
Yeah, reinforcements pretty much come. We're not the best Splinter Cell
No.
players in the world now, of course, but it's a good time anyway.
We had a couple of problems, like some maps where we started a good bunch of times. So, but yeah, it's really good. It's really fun to play co-op. It's the type of game that you can't go rushing in, guns blazing, and blah blah blah, kill everybody. You need to sit back. Well, the single player you can do that, but except for certain parts where you cannot be seen or heard. But yeah, there's the single player can pretty much go in guns blazing, which is not recommended because it kind of gets a little tough. But yeah, it's some good stealth. Take your time, check out the routes that the guards take, and then just take them down one by one without getting seen and all that. I really enjoyed the game. If I would have played it last year, I probably would have made my top 10 because it's really good, really enjoyable.
You only got it in February, didn't you?
Yeah, I got it during the sale in February, so that's when I started playing it and really enjoy it. It's a really good game. Conviction was pretty good also. So you have the same thing, tag and shoot. Like you can tag
Mark
and execute.
Mark and
Yeah.
execute. Yeah, that's what it's called.
So you still have that in this game, which I always forget to use. I don't know why, but it's kind of always forget to use that thing. But it's really good game. I'm enjoying myself. I need to go back to it and finish it because I'm kind of playing like 4 or 5 games at the same time right now. So it's getting a little getting a little hectic. Let's say getting a little crazy.
Yeah. Like, I haven't finished as much games as I have at this point last year now. Like, I only finished like 9 at the moment, I think it is, pretty much. So, whereas like this time last year was probably like on 15 or 16 or something.
Yeah.
So, but most of the games I've been finishing this year are longer games. Like, I finished up in Dark Souls, the first one again, and Demon Souls, and Dark Souls 2 wasn't a short game either.
Yeah, you went back to playing all the Souls games.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, like I enjoyed Splinter Cell, Blacklist. I enjoyed like Conviction as well. I got it when it came out. We actually got it in the second-hand store for like £25. This was like just sort of after it really came out, pretty much. Like I think like a week after it came out. I think I got it during my birthday weekend, so
Okay.
I did, and played it then. So I didn't. Now, whenever I don't think there was co-op in that game or some sort of co-op though, but we never tried it out, as far as I can remember.
And what game? Which game?
In Confession.
I think there was, yeah. Was it?
Yeah, I think we might have tried it once, I think, and that was it, if I remember. But I
Was it
honestly
only
forget.
Spies versus Mercs? No, I think.
Nah, I think there was some sort of co-op mode or something, but I don't remember since it was like 2010 that game came
Yeah,
out.
it's been a while.
It's like 4 years ago when I played it, and it had like a beta for Ghost Recon Future Soldier, which didn't come out like ages
That's
later.
true. That's true. I remember that. Yeah. So I've been playing that really enjoyable game. Check it out. There's a couple of sales that are going. I got it during a sale, like a 50% or something like that.
I got it for 75%, I
Hmm.
think.
So it's gonna start going on sale. So I recommend you check it out if you like that sort of stealthish type, soldier mercenary game. Um, we've also been playing some Titanfall, which was
No, Titanfall.
Titanfall, which was the, I guess, big release from a couple of weeks back. Yeah, you and me and a couple of old friends have been playing that online on the Xbox.
I haven't played it though in a few weeks, so I haven't played it like since the sessions. So, but I'd like to go back to it. But
Yeah.
it's a good game now. But the fact is, there's just not a lot of content.
Hmm. Yeah, they're supposed to
Like
add on to the game, but for now, there's not a whole lot of stuff. That's true.
there's not a whole lot of stuff. Like there's a like it's all the challenges. There's like challenges. There's like the burn cards, which are kind of like a bit like perks, but you can use them for like one time and things like that now. But I still don't think that I know it's like a new game and all, but I still think charging full price for that kind of game is a bit too much. Like it's only a multiplayer only
Hmm.
game. Like you're only getting so many modes and so many maps, so at the time being, and it's just to me it's just not justified. Like that's why I didn't go out and like I bought it on eBay for a reduced price.
Hmm.
Bad me, naughty me now, but I wasn't going to go out and spend 50 plus quid on the game now.
Yeah, like I bought it full price at launch. I played a good chunk of it. Like it's pretty much like the what you're used to, Call of Duty esque, online multiplayer stuff. Except you had the whole mech thing in there, which is pretty cool. The getting in your mech and wrecking havoc everywhere is pretty fun. I enjoy it. I haven't played in a very long time, but maybe a week or so, more than that. But yeah, I enjoyed the time I played. Some of it. I'm not even sure if I'll go back because that's the type of game. If you stop playing for a week, you go back into it and you're fucked. Like you're gonna be desynchronized for maybe 2 or 3 games or 4 games until you get your beat back and everything. So I don't know.
Yeah, apparently they released like a thing, like a new patch or something concerned with
Yeah.
matchmaking, balancing the matchmaking out, because that was one of the things I did find a problem with.
Hmm.
Definitely when it came in the beta as well, where sometimes you basically had where it ended up being like, oh, you only like four, there's only three of us here, and they get six other guys.
6 on.
Like that happened, remember, in a match when we in the beta, where there's only three of us, and then we faced against six other guys, and it was like just us for like the first minute or two in the match, and that's why we pretty much lost because we were pretty much outnumbered from the get go.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's also the problems with the whole matchmaking. Like you're gonna get matched with some people that are on your team that have that aren't very leveled up yet, and then you're gonna face some guys that are Generation 2s and Generation 5s and Generation 7s on the other team, which have people who have played a whole lot of the game. So I don't. They apparently I haven't played since they done that, but apparently Tony's played a little bit. One of our friends, Tony's played, and he says it's a good it's a good thing. You get matched with people of your skill, and you play against people. The teams are always even, and they'll switch teams sometimes. If they see that some team's completely destroying the other team, like they'll switch around a little bit. They'll switch some players around and make more even teams, which is cool. I think that's a good thing that they're doing with that. So
And apparently there's going to be a new mode coming out. They're going to have a new mode for download for free download sometime soon as well. I don't know exactly when, but that's what I heard as well.
Hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll have to try it out. We'll see if it's.
I like to go back and play it though, but like again, only if like when you and some others are like around for it, because like I don't really want to play it by myself, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like not playing with randoms is like, just not as fun. And like of course when I hear people, I just mute them. I don't want to hear people.
yeah. As soon as I get in a lobby, I mute everybody when I play by myself. So, or I go into a party and just stay there by myself, so I don't have to hear anybody. So
Yeah. I think it's been a very long time now since I actually played a game on the Xbox with listening to other people.
yeah,
It's been a very long time. I don't know when the last time it was.
same
Because
here.
back then, when I was first starting into the Xbox and playing stuff like that, like, Project Gotham, Racing 3, and Call of Duty 2, and, like, some of those games that came out right when the 360 came out, when I actually got onto Xbox Live, and also, like, playing Halo 2 on my 360 and that there, I was like, oh, just hearing all the good old 5 up and 10-year-olds screaming obscenities at you and wanting to do things to your mother and all
Yeah,
that there. I was like, yep, that's good old Xbox Live community. And it's nothing's changed for the most part, because you're still going to hear that kind of crap from the community on Call of Duty especially, and Battlefield, and first person shooters, and like where you're going to hear, oh, fucking killed you, you fucking noob, I fuck your
yeah,
mother, I'm the fucking
yeah.
best, and shit like that. It's like, yeah, I don't want to hear your fucking obscenities.
Like I played a game of the a little while ago. I went on Titanfall by myself, and sometimes they just put you in a game without you having the chance to mute anybody. Like they
Yeah.
just throw you into the game and everything. And I was playing against this guy, and I killed him a couple of times. And each time I killed him, he went on this freaking rampage, like this rage, like fuck yeah, just screaming like a crazy man into his headset. I was like, jeez Louise. And I didn't have my headset on, so it's like coming from the TV. The fuck am I? Jeez, okay, calm down, dude. It's only a game. He's freaking out like that. And I kept killing him a couple of times. He wasn't that good at all, so I kept shooting him. It was like, jeez, if you'd calm down a little bit more, maybe you'd get a couple more kills instead of yelling like a crazy man all the time. But yeah, I'm not that bad. I think I'm better at Titanfall than I ever was at Call of Duty. So that that gives you a little bit more incentive to play. But yeah, it's fun. It's a fun.
It's more balanced in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Yeah, it is. It's more.
Like sometimes you're still gonna get kind of those, cheap kills or something. Like how the hell did he kill me, or how did I not kill him, or something now. But it's not to the point of like, oh, I'm dead in like tenths in 5 seconds, like it was in Call of
Yeah,
Duty.
exactly.
Like at least you can run around for a bit and find people.
Hmm.
Rather than it's like, oh, I got spawned, but next to a flipping enemy, oh, I'm dead.
And it's very rare that people are gonna snipe in this game. So
Yeah, for now though, like when I played, it wasn't really the case. Like I might got snapped a couple of times, but it's not to the point of, oh, I just got sniped for the 50th
it's not
time.
like the entire other team is hiding somewhere sniping or camping or something like that. So yeah, I enjoy it. It's a good online game. It's you know, in no means is it like my favorite game of the year. Not even close to being it, but it's still fun. It's a fun time with if you can get a little couple of friends to hang out and play with you. But I don't really like playing by myself anymore. Like going online and playing with random strangers. I don't really like that, so I kind of wait until my friends are online and join them to play a couple of games.
Yeah, like that's pretty much it. Like I did play a bit of it there when I got
Hmm.
it, a couple of weeks ago, but I was just like trying it out though, and I played like with yourself and that was pretty much I think the last time I played. I didn't really haven't touched it since
Hmm.
because I didn't really want to play it because you were busy, I think, playing some other stuff I think at the time, and it's like yeah, and I was too busy playing Dark Souls, but It's like, yeah, I don't want to play this with other people.
Yeah, and it's not like it was in back in the day where we could get everybody playing on the same night, every night, the same thing.
Yeah, because that's the thing as well, is the time difference as well, because by the time James and Tony and all, they're like in the same time zone, by the time they come on from work and out there, like it's like fucking dead, it's like in the morning here, and I'm asleep.
Yeah, they come on at maybe 8 or 9 my time, so that's pretty late on your side. hmm
Yeah, so it is, yeah, 8 or 9, 10, yeah, that's like 2 in the morning
Yeah,
here.
so
So,
makes it hard to.
it's sometimes I'd be up though. Like this is coming from someone who works night shifts, so you think I could like be up when I'm off, but like no, I'd like to have some sleep.
Yeah,
I used to be that way though before I started night shift. Like I used to be a night owl. Remember?
yeah,
Like I did used to be up late for a good chunk of time, playing Gears of War and like Call of Duty 4
yeah,
and out there till all hours of the morning.
yeah. We used to play Call of Duty like really until pretty late at night, and he used to be there for a good chunk of that time. So.
Yeah. But this is when it was a time when I was, unemployed and looking for a job. But now I have a job and it's night shift and like I like to get my sleep though. Like I'd be fucking tired a lot.
Yeah.
Really. So I do, unfortunately.
You'd be pretty dead at work or in the morning when you'd get up. So
Yeah. Like I'm working now in an hour and a half time. So yeah, I'm be going to work in 90 minutes time, and then I'll do that for 9 hours, and then coming home and I'll be off. Luckily, I'll be off for the next 3 days, so I can sleep and relax.
yeah, but even then, the other guys like Tony and James, they all have girlfriends and kids and wives, and they have other stuff to do. So it's kind of hard to get everybody synchronized at the same time to play a game. So
Yeah, it's time moves
Yep.
on.
time time cannot be spent all the time playing some online video games. Sadly, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
It's not, but it's not 8 years ago
Yeah.
now.
Exactly. So
Like like I'm actually doing something different than play games for once. Like I'm away at a concert in 2.5 weeks time. Finally, first concert in like I think 5 years I've gone
Okay.
to. I'm looking forward to it. It's my favorite band. I'm going to see them for the first time in concert.
that'll be cool.
So looking forward to
That'll
it.
be pretty cool.
It's in Glasgow though, in Scotland. So I have to get a plane over, go see them, and then come back the next day.
Wow. So
So yeah, it's a pretty short stint though, but that's really I just want to go over there anyway.
that is a short
'Cause
stint.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, I could have yeah, but it's like it's just luckily though it's on the day it's on a Tuesday. So I it's on Tuesday. I don't go back to work then till a Thursday. So that's that's great for me then, because if it was on a Tuesday and I had to go back on a Wednesday though, I was like not sure then I was gonna do it or not. But
Yeah,
no.
exactly. So I've been playing that, and one more. No, there's two more games I've been playing. I actually got my PS4 the week of my birthday, which was like 2 weeks ago, when I was on vacation, which is pretty cool. So I finally got my PS4, and the first game I got for it was Infamous Second Son. I did get Resogun. I did play that a little bit. It's pretty cool. But the I guess the full-fledged video game that I got for it is Infamous Second Son, which is the continuation in the Infamous story. Well, I guess not really the same story, but this the series, I guess. Well, one thing about this game is that it looks absolutely marvelous. Like, this is a real next-gen game. If we were talking about Titanfall and stuff, that game Titanfall does not look next generation to me. Like it.
No, definitely it doesn't look. No, it definitely doesn't look. That just looks like that could be on a high end
The
360
360,
game.
yeah, regular 360 game. So, But yeah, the Infamous looks absolutely marvelous on PS4 since the PS4 exclusive. So they put everything in it, and it looks marvelous. It looks really great. The gameplay is pretty much what you expect from a Infamous game. You get all sorts of powers. Your first power that you get is smoke, and then you get neon, and then you get video, which to me is a very crappy power, which I do not like at all. Um,
What is video exactly?
Video is, well, different powers. You can go across the city. Like some of them you can run. If you have neon, you can run really fast. Video, you can fly. So I'll fly, more glide than fly, but anyway, you can glide off of buildings and stuff like that. But the thing with video is that you have to go on the roofs, the rooftops to get the video power. If you have smoke, you have cars that are on fire, or you have stuff that's on fire on the street, you can drain your power from there, or neon, you can drain your power from neon lights and stuff like that. But for video, you need to go to the top of the building and drain your power from antennas that are there, which I think is really annoying, especially when you're in a battle. Like you need to fly up a building, get the video, go back down. So it's kind of annoying, and the powers to me seem weak. Like it seems like a souped up neon power, which is to me useless, because with the neon power also you can, when you're aiming, you can slow down time for a couple of seconds. Like you're slowing down so you have time to get your shots aligned and everything. So I don't know. I would have put video like being the second power, and neon being the prime, like the top power, the most powerful power in the game. But they chose to do it differently. I
Was like video one of the last powers you get?
Yeah,
Is it?
video is the last power that you get.
Oh, that's
So
okay.
and four powers, well, three powers rather. I think it's a little too much. Like it's a little too much to handle, too much to manage. So it's kind of, I would have gone with one power, maybe two. It would have been a little bit more manageable.
Isn't that really like the case for the first ones? Like you only have like the one or two powers
Exactly, yeah.
anyway.
And you upgrade those powers to a point where you're pretty much fucking invincible. You get really powerful at one point. And in this, it seems like you can't upgrade these different powers to a point where you're just fucking invincible. Because he goes down really fast. I'm playing on normal, and maybe 4 or 5 bullets and he's dead. So, you really have to check your stuff and plan your attacks and all that. So, to me, that's not a whole lot of fun. Because in the other Infamouses, you were like a badass. You could get really, really strong, no matter if you were good or bad. You could get really strong and pretty much be invincible, which is not the case in this one, which I kind of dislike a little bit. For the rest of the story, I really enjoyed the story so far. I don't think the character is as shitty as everybody says he is. I think he's
Someone else actually, I think someone else on my Twitter thought he was alright as well.
he's all right. I don't know what people's problems are with him. Maybe
Yeah, because probably some people just felt he's kind of a douchebag or something like that.
I don't.
But yeah, like Cole wasn't necessarily a great protagonist either, in my
No,
opinion.
not that great either. And that guy from Prototype is pretty much a douchebag too. So, maybe he gets more douchey if you're a bad guy, because I'm playing on the good guy side. You still have the good karma, bad karma thing. So I'm playing with good karma. Like I maxed out the good karma. So he's friendly with everybody. He's really nice with people, and I don't see the whole freaking out with the character thing, being, oh my god, why is he such a douchebag? He's not a douchebag. There are worse characters than that in video games.
Trevor Phillips.
For you, yeah. You didn't like Trevor at all. So
I didn't mind him at first though, but he's got on my flipping nerves. So to
Yeah,
the point I was considering flipping going with that option to kill.
yeah. But yeah, I mean the rest, you have side missions to do, find cameras, take pictures, bring down some districts, picking up the shards as the other games would have you pick up the shards and everything. That's fun. It's different in this game because you actually need to destroy stuff to find the shards instead of the shards being everywhere in the world. You know what I mean? So it's kind
Yeah.
of a little different for that. And there,
Do they still have the thing where you actually can press? I think it's like the right stick or something, and like signal it shows you a signal thing on the map, and then shows you where the shards were they're nearby. Because I remember that in the
oh, you mean
first
the
game
ping?
now.
No, you
Yeah.
don't have a ping in this one. They
Oh, that
automatically appear
sucks.
on the map, so you
Oh,
don't have to
okay.
ping them. You know exactly where they are.
That's
So
good.
yeah,
Because that was one of the things I liked about in the first. Like I played a bit of the second one now. I haven't didn't finish it now, but I did finish the first one. That's one of the things. Like I didn't go out of my way and get all of them now, but I did like the fact that when I ping them, it's like, oh, if there's one nearby, oh, I'll just go out and see if I can. I'll just go out and get it here.
hmm
It won't take long.
I 100%ed both the first one and second one, and I'm gonna do the same for this one, pretty much. So
This one, yeah, I heard this one's not necessarily. It's like 10 to 12 hours or something to fully 100%
yeah,
it.
it's not very long. I don't think it's very long at all.
It's come like compared to the first two, I think. Like I think the other ones were probably
I
longer.
might be 6 or 7 hours
Stuff.
into it, and I'm at 76%, I think, something like that. And I still have like 3 or 4 boroughs to liberate. So it's not that. I don't think it's very very long. So and I've died a couple of times. So I don't think it's very long. But the thing is, when you die, the checkpoints are really good. Like you can die and you pretty much reappear where you were. So
Hmm.
it's not that bad at all, and you don't lose anything when you die. So it's good. It's cool for that though.
Yeah, it's one of those more forgiving games out there.
Yeah, it's you go down easily, but at least you appear, right next to where you were, and you don't lose anything, and So I like it for that. It's a good game. I probably would not recommend it full price because there are some things like the whole side mission thing is very repetitive. Like it gets to be the same thing over and over again, uh, which is kind of boring a little bit. But for the rest of the story, I really enjoy it. I really like it. I think I see where it's going. I think I see how it's going to end, but we'll see if I'm right. Um, but yeah, I really enjoy the story. I enjoy the character.
You fight Cole at the end.
No, because I actually got the collector, not the collector's edition, but they were only selling the
Limited
limited
edition, was it?
edition, yeah, online because I bought it online. I didn't buy it in a store. I downloaded it, so I got the limited edition, and it has a side story for the origins of Cole, what happened to Cole and everything. So I don't think he's still around. And at the end of Infamous 2, you pretty much know he's not. They take the good karma ending from Infamous 2 and take that story and continue on in Infamous Second Son. So I don't think Cole is around unless there's some crazy miracle.
So what? He's dead or something?
Well,
I
I guess yeah,
presume.
it's an old game, so I guess it's not spoiler, but yeah, he pretty much dies at the end. So.
Yeah, it's like 2011 that game
hmm
came out, and like I'm not really one of those ones who's like, oh my god, fucking thanks for spoiling it for me now, you dick. I'm not one of those people
But he
now.
sacrifices himself, so yeah, he's dead. He's pretty much dead. So.
Yeah, like I say, I haven't finished the second one no, but I wanna go back and I haven't got it now. Like I think I rented it
hmm
though, but I do like to get it though because I really like the first game, so that it was a very good
I
game.
love the Infamous series. I really, really enjoy the Infamous series. So,
Cause you pretty much you're just like a superhero, just flying around, just jumping
yeah.
around, just blasting enemies with cool powers and the like and that. Yeah, that's a lot of people like that
hmm
stuff.
I really love it. You're less of a badass. Like you're less of a tankish guy, that can take a whole lot of damage, but you're still pretty badass. You're still.
Yeah, you're still like agile and all
Hmm.
that stuff. So yeah.
So yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, it's probably not the best Infamous game in my opinion, but I really loved two. Like two was really great. But yeah, it's still pretty good. I still really enjoy it. So
I'll get it at the end of the month. I'll get it at the end of next month.
recommended, but maybe not at full price. So.
Yeah, I'll get it at the end of next month. So I'll probably get it for my
Hmm.
birthday because it's my birthday at the end of next month.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And last but certainly not least, other,
Just hold.
yeah.
You just go on there, Des. I'm going to ring my
Okay.
taxi. So
Okay.
go ahead.
Cool. So, yeah, last but certainly not least, a game that me and Darren have been playing for the past couple of days, which I have actually stopped playing everything else to play this because it has hooked me back in very, very ferociously. It's Diablo 3. The expansion Reaper of Souls came out Tuesday, and I was looking forward to that because I really love Diablo 3. Compared to other people who didn't think much of it, I really enjoyed Diablo 3, and I was looking forward to the expansion. Got the expansion pre-ordered. I downloaded it. I think it was on Sunday night, and started playing it on Tuesday night, and was absolutely hooked after, I would say, maybe 10 minutes playing the game. I was hooked back into Diablo 3 incredibly.
Indeed.
It took like 10 minutes, and I was like, oh man, this game is still freaking awesome. It's really awesome.
Because the thing is, you haven't really played it though. You didn't really touch it since you sort of finished it though, haven't
I
you?
went back.
Pretty much
Yeah, I was
back.
doing a run with my monk because I did it with the barbarian when we finished it. Did I finish it with you uh, and Derek, or was it just with Derek?
Now I think you finished with Derek though, I think, and I think you played it with me again or something. I forget exactly.
Yeah, I finished it with Derek, then I played a little bit with you, with my barbarian, and then I decided to restart by myself with my monk, which I'm playing with at the moment. Uh, and then yesterday I played with Derek, and we restarted as the new class in the game, which is Crusader. We both started with Crusader, and it is a really fun, really, really fun class. Um, and what's really great is that well, I hadn't played it since that time, but they like patched the game a whole lot since that time. Like there's
Yeah.
a whole lot of stuff that's changed in the game. Like they have loot 2.0 they call now, which
Yeah.
you actually get loot, which is cool and good and for your character and for your level instead of getting loot that's like 20 levels ahead or 20 levels below what you are.
No, it's more like 20 levels below
Yeah,
you. It's usually one. Yeah, yeah, you might get a few late with like a couple of levels above you,
yeah.
so you can just like put it in your stash and keep it though until you get to that
Hmm.
level. But then for the most part, other times he's like, yeah, I'm level 30 now, and yet I'm still getting equipments like level 15 and 10. Like, why am I still getting this shit?
Exactly. So there's much, much less of that. There's still a little bit of it, but not very much.
Yeah, it's not to the extent though. Like you might like I'm what was it, level 40 now.
Hmm.
So yeah, and like you might get like stuff that's like a couple of levels below you though, but like it's still like it still could be pretty good
Yep.
for the most part anyway.
And yeah, they fixed that. They fixed the difficulty levels because before you needed to complete the game, then you had to play on Nightmare, and then you had to play on, there was a progression you had to do, restart the
Yeah, you
game.
pretty much have to play the game again through each of the difficulties to unlock it, which I wasn't gonna do
Yeah.
though, because like as much as I loved like playing it back then, I'm not gonna go play through the game on a different difficulty
Hmm.
though, even if it was better like though. But like I had my fun with it there for the one playthrough, and like yeah, I'll come back to it though when the expansion comes out or something, which it is now the
Yep.
case.
And they fixed the difficulty levels, so now you can pretty much choose where you want to start. Me and Derek tried going through the second highest difficulty level yesterday,
Master.
Master. Yeah,
Is it?
Master, and it is really hard. Like we were getting slaughtered from left to right. So we put it down one difficulty level, which is expert, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, expert. So expert is pretty okay. We still die a couple of times, but it's cool. And what's fun is that when you progress, when let's say you're playing on hard or expert or whatever, the higher you go, the more experience you get because the multiplier gets really, really high. I think even at if you're playing on hard,
You get 75% XP bonus.
75% XP bonus. So that's really cool. Like you level up really fast now, so that's great.
Yeah, which I've done.
Yeah, you.
Like I've played like maybe so that, like I played like maybe a couple of hours. I was like level 33 when I finished Diablo, and like I said, didn't touch it since it just came back there. And like a level 40 already, and like probably like roughly about halfway through the act
Mhm.
5.
So yeah, it's. I mean, it's got me hooked back with all the changes. It's really. It makes it like it's a almost a brand new game. You know, it's like even if you replay the old levels, it's pretty much a brand new game because now you're getting loot. Like Derek and I played yesterday. I think Derek got like 3 legendaries. Like in the span of time we played. Well, not yesterday, but Friday. Friday night. In the time that we played, maybe 2 or 3 hours, he got like 3 or 4 legendaries or something like that.
Yeah, like I've gotten a couple. I've got like a couple of legendary equipment there as well, so that's
Hmm.
great. Like they really did a great job though with the whole balancing system now in terms of the difficulty and the loot though,
Yep,
because
they've done a wonderful job. They really really fixed this game. It was already great, and now it's even better. So that's it's got me completely hooked. Like I haven't touched Second Son, I haven't touched Titanfall, anything else. I bought Burial at Sea Episode 2, haven't even played it. I said I was gonna play it during the weekend, haven't touched it. Um, I haven't touched the DLC for Assassin's Creed 4, Freedom Cry. I haven't even touched that yet. So it's kind of Diablo has completely consumed my time now. So I played that. I played last night until 2:30, I think, in the morning. So yeah, it's completely consumed. It's a marvelous, marvelous game. I really love that game a whole lot. I think you feel pretty much the same way, right?
yeah, like I loved Diablo 3 as well when I came out as well, and like it was in my top 10 games of 2012, so it's number
Hmm.
7. Along with I just put that on Torchlight 2 as well, the same position. It's just like yeah, just really loved both of these
Yep.
games, so it did, and yeah, I kind of like those loot filled games though. Like we played their one last year, which I thought was good though, but it's not as good as those two. Like Van
Yeah.
Helsing. Like I thought it was like they never got around to finishing though, but like I just wasn't really into that game as
It
much
was an
as
okay
Diablo
game,
or
but it wasn't.
yeah, it was just didn't really hook me as much as Diablo or Torchlight 2 now. Maybe because I just maybe prefer that kind of more fantasy setting like those games did more than what Van Helsing had. If they do like a cyberpunk kind of
Hmm.
setting in one of those games, I'd buy that in a heartbeat
Yep,
as
I
well.
agree. So they need to do a new Torchlight.
Oh, Western.
They need to do a new Torchlight. That's one thing they need to do. I hope they come out with a new one. But yeah, Diablo 3 still phenomenal. Still a phenomenal game.
Reaper of
Yeah, Reaper of
Souls.
Souls, the DLC, even restarting the game as a Crusader is really really cool. It's really fun. So yeah.
Yeah, nothing as well. Like the adventure mode as well is
Hmm.
another addition
Yeah, that's
where
right.
once you finish Act 5, you can pretty much do that and go like to any point and do like these different stuff, do different like areas and that there as
I
well.
think it's random, right? You choose adventure mode and they just throw you into adventure mode in some location.
I think so. I'm not entirely sure though. Like I haven't finished Act 5 yet, so I'm not entirely
From what
sure
I've
how it
read,
works.
yeah, I
So,
think it
but
is like and you get like crazy ass loot and a whole lot of money when you do it. If you kill the boss, you get like phenomenal loot and stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of want to finish Act 5 and go through that. That would be cool. See how it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I played a couple of other games, but they're not really like simulation games and stuff like that. Not a whole lot else I have played. That's pretty much it.
Does one of them involve a goat?
No, I haven't played Goat Simulator. No, haven't played that game yet. I don't think I don't know. I'll see. I'll see the quick look and see how it goes if I want to play it.
It was on Professional Friday.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Played
still
it
need
there.
to watch that. Yeah.
So you could just watch it instead.
Yeah.
And then played Gang Beasts again as well.
Yeah. That too.
Like I don't think Brad it was Matt, Finney, Jeff, and Danny there pretty much for the most part, and Drew was there as well. But that was just mostly those.
Yeah,
four.
Brad wasn't there this week, I think. So.
Yeah, that's a good thing in my opinion.
Yeah, Mr. Sleepyhead wasn't around. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing. So, what about you apart from Dark Souls 2? What have you?
Yeah, I'll leave Dark Souls 2 for last, and talk about it. But like I mentioned before, I won't go in too much detail about it though, because of like plan to do a podcast with Derek, and we'll really get into the specifics there now. Because you're the only one who hasn't played though.
Yep.
And I don't know if you're going to plan to play it though, but mentioned to you before, yesterday. If you plan to play a Souls game, it's pretty much probably the best one to play because it's the most accessible in my honest
Yeah, that's what I
opinion.
heard.
So it is. But yeah, we'll see. What did I start playing after the last podcast? Well, I actually got the Walking Dead Season 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
which
played that.
is another thing you still need
Yes.
to play
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
I think it was on discount. I think it was like 33% off during one of the Steam. I think it was mid-weekend or midweek sales. Decided to get it then because the second episode was out as well. So I might as well just get it now and get the first episode and played it. And yeah, I actually enjoyed it though. It's like, of course, you're playing as Clementine this time around, and I'm actually interested to see how your sort of story sort of begins though, because I think you said this to go out. You didn't team up with Omi and Krista now, didn't you? Not.
No, I didn't. No.
So yeah, that's sort of in my side of things. So I was with Omi and Krista, and something happened in this toilets in this gas station or something, what it was, and something happened to one of those characters, and let's just say they're pretty much gone.
Yeah. I think I know what happened.
Yeah. And something else happened with another character though, but we don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what happened to her. What happened to the other character as well, Krista.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was enjoy. Like, some people thought this first episode was right, but I enjoyed it though for the most part. And you come across these new gang of people, and they don't trust you because they assume that you got bit, and I'll leave it at that because I don't want to spoil too much things. You'll see when you play through the episode though. Anyway, it's an enjoyable episode. I still haven't played the second episode yet though. So, but I heard it's better. I heard it's good, so I might try it maybe this week or down the road. Anyway, it's just a thing though with Telltale games, so you don't know exactly when they're going to come out, because they tend to come out just all of a notice at short notice. It's like, okay, when's this coming out? And then they basically say, oh, it's coming out next week, and like, okay, thanks for the warning. Like, Wolf Among Us there, like, the last one of it came out like 3 months after the first episode. It's like, that's too long, because people, you're going to forget what actually happened in the first episode by the time it comes out. And you say, okay, who's this character? What did I do? What decisions did I make? Etc. So, but yeah, Walking Dead Season 2, I'm enjoying it thus far. I'll play the next one. Probably play it sometime down the road. I finished I don't know if I might have talked about it in the last one. I forget now. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I finished it. I got done all the levels though. I'm not going to bother my ass doing 100% now, getting all the puzzle pieces and all the time trials because I am not a masochist like some people are. Because some of that game, oh boy, that game was pretty hard. I found it harder than the first one. Whereas in the first one, I just found like the last world to be pretty hard, but some of the levels in this game are pretty tricky. And I don't know what Mark Walton was on when he reviewed this game on GameSpot, but I completely disagree with most of what he said. He found the level design derivative. He just found it kind of bland and boring and that there. He give it a 6 though, and like I just found the levels in this to be quite fun and enjoyable to go through, and some of the locations looked very nice though. And my favourite part of this game is nothing to do with the gameplay or the graphics, it's the music. The music in this game is absolutely superb, and the reason is because it brought back the original composer for the Donkey Kong Country games back in the SNES day for it, David Weiss, and he did a fantastic job. And pretty much most of I think nearly every tune in this game is just something you could just hum to, and you definitely say, man, this music is kick-ass if you listen to it though. I just absolutely loved playing through it though, and just loved playing through it with that music though. And there's some old favourites there done rearranged, like Aquatic Ambience and Sticker Brush Symphony. For people who played the Donkey Kong Country games, they would know what those tunes are. You won't, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a good game. Like I said, done all the levels. So I got the Secret World and done all the levels there. Like I did the 100% that way, but didn't go and do all the puzzle pieces now because it's not necessary to get all the the secret levels and that there. But yeah, I enjoyed it though, and it's a good game. What else now? Well, I pretty much played like I mentioned. We already mentioned some of the games that I played though, like South Park: Stick of Truth. Not very far into it though, enjoyed it. Titanfall, played a bit of it of course, and of course Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. Like I got there, when did I get it? I got on Thursday I think, or Wednesday or Thursday, and I downloaded though from battle.net, purchased the digital version as well, and downloaded it, and like I played it, I start up my main character again, the wizard I had, played it for a bit, and yet I got hooked again. It's like, oh look, the loot's coming out, and comparing loot again. Oh yeah, this is the reason why I love this game in the first place.
Yep.
Just getting the cool loot and comparing stats, and it's like, is this one better than the one I got before? No, yes it is. Like, just equip this now and just sell it on, and I'm just really glad though. Definitely the loot system in this is much better than what it was. So it's just more balanced though. It's actually it caters to what you are as a class now for the most part. Like you might get certain weapons that might not. Yeah, you might get still certain equipment that's not catered to you for a different class, but it's few and far between now compared to what it was before. Yep. Like I remember keep getting flipping equipment for a Demon Hunter. It's like, give me stuff for my wizard, not for a Demon Hunter, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, exactly.
When I was playing through it the first time round back in 2012. But yeah, like I really enjoyed it though. Like I've said, probably like I'm on the Witch Mish quest now, because like I played a bit with you there yesterday, and pretty much wiped the floor with the bosses and the enemies there, because I was level 30. It was like level 37, I think I was when we started playing last night. Now level 40, and we played for like an hour, and you were like level 51, and like it was going very slow for you because you weren't leveling up at all because we were playing the my game. So but yeah,
couple of levels ahead of you. So
what level you at? What level you at?
52. Well, probably 3/4 way to 53. Heading to 53 soon. So yeah. Getting there slowly but surely.
Yeah, the max is 70 now because it was 60 before, but I know it's up to 70.
Yeah, it's 70, but then I think you have the sort of prestige type things, like you're at 70, but then you can go through you get more bonuses after that or something. I don't know. So,
Right. I know the last passive skill you get unlocks at 79
yeah, exactly.
for your
Yep,
character. So that's like when you get
max level.
once you get max level, you get the last passive skill slot. So you
Hmm.
do, and of course you're getting certain skills unlocked and runes unlocked and that there for my wizard once you get to certain levels as well, which is
Yep.
cool. But yeah, I love playing as the wizard though. Like for the most part, I like most RPGs before. Like I just tend to play like as a melee class, but like I really enjoy playing as the wizard though. Really like using my magic and obliterating
Yep.
fields. It's a cool game. Um, what else have I been playing? I think that's pretty much it. Apart from, I'll just look up here now. No, I think that's pretty much all I've been playing though over the last couple of weeks, last month or so. Apart from, of course, the big game, my most anticipated game of the year, of course, it is Dark Souls 2. And yep, that game was pretty good. Um, the thing is, well, I got the Xbox 360 version, and I got Dark Souls on the PS3, so I did, but I got this one on 360 because Derek was wanting to play with Derek though, and we only kind of played there once before I actually finished the game.
Hmm.
I played there a bit with him last night trying to beat the Ancient Dragon though, but he kept getting killed in like 30 seconds, so it was hard to do that though. But yeah, that game is pretty awesome though. Like you know me, I'm a big Dark Souls fan. It's one of my favorite games of the generation though, and I was really looking forward to Dark Souls 2 and just really enjoying it, playing through it though, and um, I still have to think about it though. But if you're gonna ask me now which one do I prefer, I probably would say the first one.
Hmm.
I think the reason why is because I found this game to be pretty easier compared to the first one. Like, for the most part, I find most of the locations not to be that hard. Like, so I still sometimes I did die in certain parts now, but it wasn't to the point where I was stuck on this part for ages now, for like a couple of hours now, or I got stuck on this boss. Like, there was very few bosses in this game I could say were very challenging for me
Hmm.
personally. Like, I fought most of the bosses, and usually for the most part, I killed them on like my second try, or my first or second try. There was a few bosses I had to do multiple times, so but most of them were like pretty easily like got the strategy dies. Most of them were just pretty much the same strategy: circle around them, hit them, and just wait for the attack, and then just when they're opened up for attack, you just do it though, and then just like get away, invade, and that there. It's like, yeah, it's pretty easy though. But there's a few though I had to do a few times, and there's only two fights in the game. There was only two bosses in the game I summoned people though for, and the rest I didn't do. Did all solo
Hmm.
though, and which I think it was the case for the first game as well. Which I think I did two in that one as well. So, but yeah, it's a bigger game than the first one because there's a lot more locations and there's a lot more bosses. And there's most of the bosses some of the bosses in the game you don't really need to do anyway. They're like a good chunk of them are optional as well, so you don't need to go either way to get them. But I did every single boss in the game apart from one, which I'm gonna try to go back to and try to beat because unlike in the first game where once you beat the final boss and do choose one of the endings, you just straight into New Game Plus and that's it. You don't have any chance to go back now and do any stuff you missed out on.
Yeah.
But in this game, you have the chance. Once you beat the final boss, the ending, the credits roll, and then just go back to Majula, which is the hub world in the
Okay.
game, and you can you can still do certain stuff though. But if you want to go into your new game plus, then you just go to go to the bonfire there, and it has like travel to Drag Lake, like travel to Drag Lake or something like that there, and that's your new game plus. Then you choose that though, which I very much like appreciate the fact that's the case now, rather than just like going straight into New Game Plus though, because there's a lot of people would just want to keep on going with the game they have
Hmm.
and just tie up any loose ends. like I do. Like I said, that's the only boss I need. It's just one boss I need to beat though, and that's pretty much all the bosses I've beaten in the game though. And I'll be playing that game definitely down the road on the PC though. I'm getting the PC version. I pre-ordered it. I'm just gonna install it when it comes out and see how it is compared to in terms of how it runs and how it looks compared to the 360 version. But I'm not gonna go play through the game, of course, unless I might end up doing so. You know me, because I pretty much played nothing but it for the most part over the last couple of weeks. So it's spent like 50 plus hours overall, and it's just a fantastic game. Like I just love those games. Mike, on the other hand, 8-Bit Warrior, who I'm surprised at because I think he's a bigger fan. He's pretty much a bigger fan of Dark Souls than I am. Like that's his favorite game of the generation. Didn't think too much of this one.
You didn't like it?
He was well for the funny thing is though as well at the start though he was having such trouble fighting. He was saying trouble. Why am I getting my ass kicked all of a sudden? Why is this game so fucking hard and all that there? This is harder than the first game. Then he came to the realization where the reason why it was hard for him because he joined a covenant which makes the game harder for you pretty much from the get-go. Where if you join this covenant, it's called the Covenant Champions. And once you join that covenant, what it does, I believe, is the enemies do double damage to you and you do half the damage to them.
Shit. Okay.
So that pretty much makes the game harder for you, and it's a covenant you join, from Majula.
Why the hell would you join that covenant?
Yeah, but then he didn't. But then I think he's probably exited that covenant though, perhaps then and joined another one later on. But he thought it was good though. He just doesn't really think too much of it overall though, which. It's like I'm surprised at that though because I thought he would have loved this game, but apparently not. And like I personally love it though. I still think it's a great game though. It's like easier than the first one in my opinion. It's definitely the easiest of the Souls games. And like I said to you before, it's the most successful one. Like if you're planning to go into one, those is definitely the most accessible one because especially the fact is. It's a lot more easy to summon people now than it was before. Because I think in the last one it was just more peer-to-peer networking. Where in this one here is like dedicated servers or whatever it is now. And it's a lot easier to summon. Like I basically was able to summon, Derek was able to summon me easily though.
Yeah.
But the thing as well though, in order to be summoned, you have to be 25% of a certain of the level. So say I'm level 50, you have to be 25% of within 50 up or above. Up or below, but also you have to have 25% within the soul memory I have, which is the total amount of souls you've collected throughout the game. And that was the reason why I couldn't get summoned by Derek or we couldn't play together for a while because the fact is he pretty much farmed for souls for a while, and I wasn't the same level as him, I didn't have the same amount of souls, so I couldn't join up for a while. But then I played like when he was working on that there, and then we played for a bit, and that was it. We didn't play much though, unfortunately, together, but we did play a bit together. It's fun anyway. The co-op in that game is very fun. So if you really plan to get it though, honestly, Dennis, if you do plan to get it though when it comes out in PC, I probably would end up playing it again. No problem, because I'll probably be up for playing it again.
Okay. When does it come out on PC?
April 25th.
Okay. Still a ways away.
Yeah, it's just another couple of weeks, so like it's out the week before my birthday.
Okay.
And I'll be off that week. Since I always pick my birthday week off. I'd never want to work on my birthday. Well, I wasn't going to be working on my birthday anyway, but I always pick that week off anyway. Just a sort of little wee present to myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Dark Souls 2 though. It's just really fantastic game. Like some of the locations look cool as hell. Those some of the bosses are cool though, but some of them are pretty easy. like the final boss in the game is such a fucking cakewalk.
Really?
Maybe because the fact is I was over leveled at that point probably.
Okay.
Like I was like 157 when it beat
Damn.
it,
Okay.
and it probably I think it might have to be like not a good number of levels below that in order to be more balanced. But yeah, I did die though, but that was because of fucking stupid attack that the final boss did. Kind of, I got stuck on the thing and I couldn't do anything about it though. But like second time round, no problem, beat it easily.
Okay.
So yeah, that's Dark Souls 2.
Mm-hmm.
Great game. 360 version. A lot of people, like some people had the PS3 version. Like I got the 360 version. The only problem I have with the 360 version is not anything really bad for me now, but it's like screen turn. There's screen turn in certain
Okay.
parts. But if you were to ask me what would I prefer screen turn or a crappy frame rate? I'd take screen turn.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the PS3 version, I believe, suffers from bad frame rate times, whereas I think the 360 version, for the most part, there was hardly any sort of very bad drops for me, as there was in the first game. Like there wasn't any Blight Town areas in this where the frame rate just dropped to like fucking like half, and pretty much dropped down to like maybe single digit frame rate or like half the frame rate as usual. But yeah, I think that's all I've been playing now. Plan to go back to those other games I've been playing. Still going to be playing Diablo 3 Reaper Souls over the week. Probably play some soon again. It's probably not point now because I'll be heading to work soon, unfortunately. I'll probably be up for some tomorrow night, I guess. Anyway, if you're around.
Yeah, sure.
Have a map. Of course, South Park Sticker Truth. I need to go back to it now, so I do. And a few other games will come out next month, which I'll probably get though. Like I know Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes is out, which I'm interested in checking though, but not at the moment. It's not like it's too many other games I need to play through more before it. I need to go back and play Assassin's Creed 4 as well, which I only played like an hour of it though a few months back and haven't touched it since.
Yeah, there's so many games. It's incredible.
Yep. I'll be busy playing a few games over the next month or so anyway. That's pretty much it, I think. I don't think there's anything else to talk about.
I don't think so, no. I think that's pretty much it for this show, I guess, for this week. For
this month anyway. Like I'll probably do one the week before my birthday next time now, in a month's time. Hopefully we'll have Derek back on.
Yeah, hopefully he can come back,
Like I said, I was going to do this yesterday, but change of plans, do it today, and we couldn't do it because he's busy. As I said, it's his birthday. But anyway, what do you plan to do this week, Dennis? Just play those same old games?
Yeah, well, probably play some Diablo. I need to finish Infamous. Maybe play some Burial at Sea, depending on, how it goes. But I'm pretty sure I'll spend the entire week playing Diablo, but,
You enjoyed the first Burial at Sea episode?
Yeah, I did really like it. I did really like it. I know it didn't get a whole lot of good reviews or good, comments or everything, but I really enjoyed it.
I heard the second one's bad.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard it's a little bit better with Elizabeth and all that, so.
I haven't touched the first one yet, though, but I might do that sometime soon as
Should get some sale soon, anyway.
No, I've got.
Oh, you got them?
I got
Okay.
the season pass for like a couple of £, because the Steam's for the Steam cock-up, we had the season pass available for like £4 or something.
Okay.
And I jumped on that and got it.
And then they said, we made a mistake. Well, too late.
Yeah, I think I was the first time round. I tried to get it, was like, oh man, it's screwed up. I missed it though. But then I think they did it again, and if I did it, I just got it straight away there. Now. They tend to do that sometimes. Like this is a mention as well where Killzone Shadowfall, if you bought a multiplayer pack or something along, I don't know exactly what it was, so, or something down online for 87p, I think it was, you actually get the game, the full game, to some loophole or
Okay.
something.
That's great.
And I think people jumped
Yeah.
on that.
I would, for sure.
Yeah. If you're getting it at that price, that's it might as well just be free.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think that's a
Yeah,
podcast.
take that.
It's actually 2 hour, under the 2 hour
Yep.
mark.
That's pretty good.
We are probably going to be doing a wrestling podcast next week because WrestleMania 30 is right around the
next
corner.
Sunday. A week from tonight.
We'll be going over the card, going through some of our favorite matches, and like what I've been watching over the last month or so. Like I actually just watched a bunch of stuff there on WWE Network, and we'll talk more about that in detail next week.
That's good.
But for now, this has been the United Gamedom Podcast, episode 59. Thank you, Dennis, for joining me this month.
Thank you. It was fun.
And we will see you all next time in April. Goodbye.
See you later.